I'd just like to address something once more. Someone in chat asking like, why is the abbreviation for like it's clearly TBO for the big one. Why is it called Base Trade TV? Guys, there's no special name for this. There's usually when you see a tournament name, it's like, you know, the Samsung Open or the Kaspersky Arena, you know, stuff like that. There's no corporate sponsor. We've stressed this several times throughout the course of this tournament. This is just us putting on an awesome show for you with our cash, hoping that you can enjoy it. So we just had to pick a name to fill it. It's the biggest tournament we've thrown to date, so we called it the big one. But names are unimportant. Well, actually I would disagree, because we got some players to introduce. Spawning here in the bottom right corner of the map off of that sick segue, playing for Incredible Miracle, the red Zerg player, Byul.
In the upper left is the blue Protoss. It is Samsung's Stork.
Alright, so this is the third match here in the round of 8s. The fourth and final match in the round of 8, seeding to the semifinals will of course be Journey versus Hyun. That's going to be a bit of an interesting one. Hyun, of course, in Europe, Journey in Korea. We'll have to play that on the North American server. This is get to be a kind of the crazy. You know, we had a lot of TVZs lined up for today. Now we get 2 TVZs and 2 ZVPs. Of course, the top half of the semifinals, guys, is going to be Life versus JYP in the first semifinals match. And we're going to see which of these guys is going to be here in the B semis. It's kind of scary, though, when you think about it. I mean, Stork's a fantastic player. We got to see a lot of cool games out of him from his group. We didn't get to see a lot out of Byul, though, because he just 2-0'd everybody so quickly, like a boss!
Yeah, he looked pretty dominant. Can we be reminded as to who he 2-0'd JYP?
Oh, who? Bomber? Or, no, yeah, Byul, sorry. Yeah, he took out Bomber 2-0, which was really impressive. Then he took out JYP 2-0.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Alright, yeah, so he has shown good strategies against Protoss, but that was when JYP was
not playing good that day in comparison.
Yeah, it was bad JYP. It was worse JYP, I should say.
Yeah, like today is like Super Saiyan JYP.
Exactly.
Like, it's not a fair context to make as well, because truthfully, and I mean this in no respect to JYP, because even at JYP's best, I still think Stork's ZVP is going to be a little bit better than his. Stork, of course, with some of the most fantastic players on the team to talk about, to play with, whatever, blah, 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 we can always fill that in, but I think Stork in general, he ends up playing ZVP and PvP a lot. I have no idea what Stork's TVP, to be completely honest with you. Because we just see so much of the other matches.
Yeah, of course. In Pro League, you don't see a lot of TVPs, although he has been matched up against Flash at least once or twice. So, but it's unimportant. You're right. He has just had so much practice in PvP and PvZ, and we saw, you know, even. I mean, they're okay games. Wasn't there a game on Foxtrot? Yes, that was versus Hyun. Yeah. We saw that even when he got behind, you know, because of builder loss or, you know, something silly, he would always have pretty great almost comebacks afterwards anyways. So he's really super solid in the PvZ matchup.
Yeah, that base trade on Foxtrot Labs, actually, I'm having flashbacks to that right now. It's
yeah, exactly.
Scary game. I like that they pulled the probe out of the natural, by the way. It's a subtle thing, guys. Sometimes
this is a link all in again. Dude, why don't people veto this map?
Well, we saw Byul do this like non-stop in day one. This is why he had a bunch of 2-0s, right? This is, well, the Mothership Core's coming. There's no wall off here at the front. Everything's put in the back of the base. I can't help but think this comes back to like, and this is going to sound really silly, guys. We watch players like Puck. You know, he always puts a cyber core here. He always has a wall at the top of the ring.
You need a pylon. If he wants to wall off, it is.
Yeah, I don't think he's fully walling off. I think he was hoping to get another unit, but there we go. We'll just put the pylon down. He'll probably not lose this Nexus, though. I mean, the Mothership Core is going to kill enough of these links.
I think he will. No, there's still more links coming. He's going to get a full surround, and even with the potion overcharge.
Yeah, I didn't realize the energy down to 73. I thought that was much higher than it was.
Yeah, so
not exactly.
Seems like almost a
crazy,
given. I mean. Yeah, it seems like almost a given that you're going to get the Nexus when you do the strategy on this map. It just, there's no. It's such a wide wall. You know,
I mean, this really reminds me back to the days of what was that? Daedalus Point.
Yes.
And let's not forget, like, even if you let's say you wall from wall to wall here, there's still the rocks that get chipped through. So you actually have to wall from like wall to gas, I think, and that's even worse.
Yeah, and then the Nexus doesn't help you out. The Nexus scan actually doesn't reach all that far, I think.
Yeah,
so
it's a pretty crazy map, but they are changing it to be what, cross spawn only. So it's not like these spawn locations are imbalanced. This is the one that they're trying to make.
It's just, it's so difficult to wall off. It's just, it's pretty rough. I mean, and I feel like Zelnaga Caverns right now, you know, when like it was like the most difficult thing in the world to try and hold your natural, because there actually wasn't any place to wall off. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was like 2 avenues, and one of the avenues was really, really big, and another avenue was like a behind the base type deal. So it was hard. But Stork, I think, had you know, yeah, he did lose his Nexus, but the last time we saw this exact thing happen, it was a lot messier. You know, he had to build a couple of gateways to make sure that he walled off. He had to lose a couple of zealots and warp an emergency sentries. This time he was a lot more calmer, and he even chose a tech this time, Stargate.
That's so weird. I was freaking out that my computer was dying. I lost all sound for a moment there. I hope it didn't happen in the stream.
Ooh.
Sorry, not to steal your momentum. It's just I couldn't hear anything. I'm sure it was probably fine in the stream because I have headset problems from time to time. But sure, I'm sure whatever you said was correct. Agreed. Yes. Co-caster, thumbs up.
Awesome. I just said that Stork's doing a lot better than last time this happened.
Yeah. This donation is for the wonderful Riff and Zombie Grub. Such an awesome past few days, and those who haven't subbed yet, sub now! $10 donation for Mr. Boris Makarov. At the same time, we get a sub from someone named KenZy19S.
How coincidental.
Yeah. Actually, another one comes in. Kolf Wolf. You guys are awesome. Welcome to the family. For those who don't know, by the way, we will be awarding replays from this tournament, but only to our subs. We do this with most tournaments we cast. Even another one coming. Oh my god, the train has already started.
Dude, $5 for these replays? I don't know why you guys aren't. Like, no bias.
And it was the DK Ravid? Dukravid? Or no, D_Kravid. Oh, sorry about that. Welcome to the family as well, sir. So 3 subs, absolutely fantastic. But not to take away from the game, of course. We only really try and we always want to give sub shoutouts, but only when there's not a lot going on. Third base taking a very interesting spot here for Byul. He will of course knock down the rocks if he wants to get through this. That
was almost
rally?
Disastrous with the rally.
Yo, this is like a mother duck. What?
Well, he was going across, then he was like, oh wait, the Oracle is out, so he had
I guess, yeah, okay. It's just so weird to see them rally to the Queen's butt, you know?
It was like a mother duck. That's so cute.
You know, Byul really... You know, he started this game off really strong with that Ling attack. The thing that was really nice about it was, like, that wasn't such an all-in that he didn't take a natural. That wasn't such an all-in that was 1 base or anything like that. And it wasn't a game-ending move, but it could have been. We see Stork starting to recover off this, but the really frustrating reality is there's still this big gaping hole in the wall that he can't fully wall off.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a Protoss fully wall off this yet, or try to. At any point in the game. Yeah. It's kind of a given that you're going to have them run by.
And this comes back to kind of a point of, like, I'm not sure why more people don't beat up the map. I mean, I'm sure Protoss players love this central area for engagements, but outside of that, I mean, ugh. A couple more drones died to the Oracle, by the way, just flying to pick a couple off. Gas, no less. Byul has not replaced this just yet. There we go.
2 more gateways. Twilight Council. That's a total of 6.
I'm just trying to think on this, like... The logic, I think, especially with all these gateways coming down, is, okay, you might not be able to take super defensive fights like you can on other maps, but you're in a position where if you've got enough force fields, it doesn't matter where you fight. If you start pushing and that momentum carries through, you could just bully your Zerg opponent to submission. Like, it's cool that Byul got that cancel early, but if he still loses the game, then we'll fully understand why Protoss players still pick this map. Another sub coming in, by the way. Game Economist. Ooh, actually, I was talking to that guy the other day.
This Oracle's still doing work. The Oracle's also, you know, being a really good scout. He's a bunch of roaches come out, knows that maybe this isn't the greatest idea. He's just have to recall anyways. A Ling attack, as we say, there's just no help in it, but he does block off the top ramp. And Overseer already got a really good scout, though, so, you know, that's what's really important about that.
Yeah. The gold base is always a bit of an odd one to see. Who was Solar, I believe, the other day? We saw try to take this base very early.
Yes.
And he got away with it, too, is what blew my mind.
Yes, he did. Against Harsum.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though I like Harsum's plan. I still like Stork's plan as well. Nope, never mind. Hydra's already out. I don't like it. No, I don't know.
Sunlight's like, nope. Just turn this around. Go home. The Hydra count is going to be enough to drive this back, but let's not forget, the Mothership Core can always recall. This is some pretty sick positioning, actually, because Lings can't get in here to really fight. You'll force off this, I guess.
Yeah.
But not looking to go for a fight directly. Byul trying to come in from behind, and he will catch Stork off guard.
He's gonna have to recall anyways after he kills the base, so this actually isn't that bad.
Yeah, I like the Warp Prison coming out too. Maybe pick up a couple of the Zealots before recalling. No, he goes for the full recall. Surprise, yeah, mother trucker!
He got a Revelation off on the Hydrolus, so he knew that he was gonna push any farther with his attack, and you know, recalling was actually pretty perfect for him there.
He does get a Revelation on top of the Hydras too. This is kind of a big deal because now he gets a more accurate count of not just the army but where it is. Byul is doing a lot of these sort of secret attacks. The Ling's running by, Roach is running by, hiding at the top, is hiding down here. If he can keep those revelation tags up, he will not get caught off guard. But this is still kind of a scary army to have to deal with. I mean, even though he doesn't really have a Colossus, I mean, I don't think Byul looks at this army and says, I'm scared. I think Byul looks at this army and starts licking his lips.
Yeah, yeah. A big warp in the main, though, is going to have to pull Byul back. I mean, that's a lot of Zealots and not a lot of units back at home.
That's like, I don't know. It sounded almost Italian. When he said that.
Sure. Okay.
But Zealot is going to get cleaned up. Yeah, he doesn't get... I mean, I like that he kind of went for the Spore Collar. Yeah, this lets the Oracle come back, right? But that's just going to get replaced immediately. Byul's not going to slack on this.
In fact, the Oracle takes a bunch of damage. I guess it wandered off and got attacked by a couple of Hydralisks accidentally.
No, it had gone for the natural. Got a couple more drone kills there.
How many has it gotten so far?
It's up to 7. It's not too bad.
I guess it's worth
those Zealots actually... I don't think the Zealots killed anything because they went right for the Spore Crawler and then died to the Roaches, right? So they didn't even kill anything as far as drones go. But Hive on the way, just kind of a big deal. I mean, this was scouted, of course, through the Warping, so I guess that's one benefit. But the thing about Hive, guys, that's going to make this so scary is this leads into Vipers. This enables late tech. This is possibly Ultras, all of which are very scary for a player like Stork, who's got a very gateway-focused army.
I just don't know how Stork is going to survive. You know, his next step in his composition would have been Colossus to deal with the Roach Hydra army, but that's already being countered. So then the next step after that is High Templars, and it's already difficult to go ahead and get all of that on a regular economy, much less one that you lost your Nexus and you're having trouble like doing any return damage. His bet right now is to try and make the Vipers useless by not getting anything they can really abduct, but then the Blinding Clouds come into effect, and like you can't make Vipers useless unless you get feedbacks on them.
Yeah. I mean, Vipers, in this instance, guys, by the way, there might be an Abductor too, but really, Blinding Clouds are basically Zerg force fields. It's weird to consider that, but because everything here is ranged, I mean, it's just going to create zones which the Stalkers can't fight.
He's trying to take this fight. Maybe if he was still on a choke, but now he goes into concave.
Force field's a little bit messy. Time Warp's trying to make up for that difference. You know, you want to catch a couple of units for free, but not at the cost of this much. Whoa, he's running into the force fields to get in range of the Hydras. That's a little bit silly. Just takes the force field off that ramp over there. Time Warp's going to help out a ton, but...
one more force field. No?
Yeah, that's what I say. Like, if he just fully force fields us off, he could have given full chase to the army to the south. This army's so low, but Stork's got some momentum. Byul might be maxed, but look at this. Whole position behind the mineral line. Disgusting.
He's going to get sandwiched. Oh my god, he's going to get sandwiched, and he doesn't have a recall.
Might not have a recall, but he's got Blink, so, I mean, it's a little bit hard to sandwich these Stalkers. At least the Immortals might be in a bit of danger. Yeah, gets an Abduct off pretty nice, but most of the Roaches are gone. The Immortals are not that important.
I mean, this is still astonishingly good control from Stork to not just have already lost this game. I mean, he's even taken out the Vipers. That's expensive.
Nice snipes.
You know, this is quite impressive. He's still down by 60. Oh, Brood Lords.
Brood Lords possibly coming up with the finisher. Although, you know, we did see... Who was it that went for Brood Lords and then failed miserably? Middle of the map on King Sejong?
I know you're talking about it. Was Stork versus Gun?
I don't think it was Gun. He doesn't go Brood Lords.
Who else was there? I can't remember.
Revival. I think it was Revival.
That's
right?
What it was.
He went like 6 Brood Lords, middle of the
Yeah.
map. I mean, Brood Lords are a great idea, guys. If you can get them in a good position. Foxtrot Labs, though, because there's so many areas you can blink underneath them, I don't know if that's going to be the case.
Again, with a partial or maybe even full surround, he walls off one side, goes for the other.
Stork's reactions, by the way, reading the situation has been absolutely perfect so far. Byul keeps trying to swamp him, and it's just not happening.
And this is what I'm talking about. Like, Stork is in a very, you know, he's in a bad position, all right? Like, no question about that. But he's trying to make the best out of everything.
Yeah.
Runs out of force fields, though, and that's when we see the concave finally come in, and Stork will not be winning this game. Ooh, no.
Well, I mean, he did get a third behind this. But the problem is, yeah, he doesn't have the Colossus stack. Yeah.
To actually probe that. Like, he actually was not producing any more probes. He moved out, then the Nexus wasn't even mining. He only got the gases recently. Yeah.
This is, I mean, let's not forget, guys, Stork has played this out pretty well. Not exactly JYP is a god well, but I don't think this is going to be that hold that we saw earlier. Blinding Cloud's coming down as we see force the Stalkers to walk away. They can't really fight this. Protecting the Nexus is a huge priority because of the fact that he's going so gateway-centric. You know, he doesn't have any Colossus behind this. He's got no money. We see him barely able to warp in 2 Stalkers. This is it.
I don't know why he doesn't veto this. Like, what other map do you absolutely have to
show? Stalker!
Whoops. That you just
Fuck
wouldn't
that
veto
guy
this
in
map.
particular. No, I agree. I think vetoing this map would have definitely benefited the way it opened. But at the same time, maybe there's just simply not a lot of Zerg players who go for the Ling all-ins. I mean, we look at it, we say like, hey, that's obvious, hey, that's easy, but maybe it's only Byul who really does that, right? Like, I don't know.
Thanks, Jan.
Yeah. KenZy